Welcome, dear soul. I invite you to sit or lie comfortably, letting the shoulders lower just a little and allowing the breath to move at its own gentle pace. Close the eyes if that feels safe and notice how the chest rises and falls like the soft swell of an ocean at dawn. With every slow inhale, picture fresh energy entering the body, and with every exhale, feel the weight of the day melting away. There is nothing to prove in this moment, and nowhere else you need to be. Right here, you are precious and complete. Place a hand over the heart and sense its steady rhythm, a quiet drummer that has loved you from the very first beat. Whisper to yourself, I am safe. I am worthy of good. Feel how that simple line begins to loosen the tight spaces around the ribs. The voice you hear guiding you now is a gentle companion. It honors your path and welcomes every experience that has brought you to this point. Money may be the topic that called you here, yet beneath the numbers and the bills lies a deeper desire, the wish to rest in trust, to know that life supports you and that you can meet each day with calm confidence. Take one more unhurried breath, letting it travel down to the belly and allow a small smile to form. Even if it feels tiny or shy, that smile is a signal to the nervous system that peace is possible. Feel the spine lengthen, the crown of the head drifting upward as though a golden thread lifts you with kindness. Now a soft warmth spreads from the heart outward, touching the arms, the hips, the legs, until the whole body glows like a quiet lantern. Hold this ease for a count of 4, and when you open your eyes, keep that glow. It is your personal sunrise, always available, ready to illuminate the next step. I know that money can stir many feelings. Perhaps the mind has whispered worries about rent, tuition, or a goal that seems out of reach. Maybe the heart has felt a pinch of fear when opening a bill, or a flutter of envy when hearing about another's success. Pause with me and notice these emotions without handing them a label such as good or bad. They are simply visitors, carrying messages about needs longing to be met. In the same way a cloud passes across the sky, worry drifts in, and with gentle wind drifts out again. There is no scolding required, only observation. When a thought says, "There is never enough," notice how the shoulders tense or the stomach knots. Place a hand on that part of the body and breathe a light of kindness into it. Speak softly inward. Sweet body, thank you for telling me how you feel. In that instant, tension begins to uncoil because it has been heard. If disappointment arises, perhaps from a past decision or a mischance, let it sit beside you like a friend who needs to share a story. Offer it a seat and listen for a moment to what it reveals. You may find that underneath disappointment is a yearning for freedom, and that is a yearning you can honor from this very breath forward. Consider scarcity thoughts as old scripts written when you had fewer tools and less insight. They played their part in keeping you safe, yet safety has grown new wings since then. Gently thank the old scripts and place them back on a shelf. You do not need to read them again tonight. Instead, turn toward the tender truth blooming within. You wish for certainty in your vision, a certainty that wealth in its many forms is ready to meet you. Feel how the chest loosens when you entertain that possibility. Confidence is not a loud shout, it is a quiet yes in the center of the heart. Let that yes echo softly, then spread like ripples across a still pond. Take a breath and notice whether the pond feels calmer now. Even if only by 1 degree, that shift matters. Celebrate it the way you would applaud a child taking a first step. Delight in small progress, for small progress multiplies. Certainty is an inner picture held with relaxed trust. Think of a seed resting in dark soil. It does not doubt the coming bloom. Raindrops fall, sunlight arrives, and roots stretch downward in quiet faith. You too carry seeds, visions of financial ease, generous sharing, creative work that brings both joy and income. See one seed now in the mind's garden. Notice its smooth shell, tiny yet full of potential. Feel the soil wrapping it in safety, the earth itself saying, "All is well, growth is natural." Certainty asks nothing more than the steady belief that what you plant will sprout in right timing. It is not the tense force of demanding proof. Rather, it is the gentle assurance that life responds to clear pictures and heartfelt emotion. Allow the breath to flow as you paint that picture inside. Perhaps you witness money flowing in the form of new opportunities, helpful partners, or inspired ideas. Hear the quiet hum of gratitude rising as if music were playing softly in the background. Feel the shoulders drop another inch, the jaw unclench, the brow smooth. The body recognizes certainty. It responds by switching from guard to grace, from fight to flow. In that physiological peace, hormones shift, creativity sparks, and choices align with prosperity. Notice how posture changes when you dwell in this state. The chest opens, chin lifts, eyes soften. Walk through a doorway in your home later tonight holding this posture, and observe how the space itself seems to brighten. An affirmation can help anchor this vision. With each calm breath, I accept the flow of wealth. Let it roll across the tongue slowly. Pause after each word, feeling its weight settle pleasantly in the heart. Repeat softly, perhaps 3 or 4 times, until the words feel like warm hands resting on your shoulders. Certainty strengthens through repetition paired with emotion. Use the mirror tomorrow morning. Meet your own gaze, speak the affirmation, and watch how the eyes respond with increasing calm. Journaling can deepen the process. Write the line at the top of a page, then list small ways the day already supports prosperity. Maybe a fresh cup of tea, a friend's message, or a coin found under the couch cushion. These simple recognitions teach the mind to search for evidence of flow rather than evidence of lack. Worries may attempt to return, knocking at the door of your attention. You can greet them with a smile, acknowledge their visit, and remind them kindly that you have chosen a new focus. Shift back to the inner picture, the seed sprouting, the bud opening to reveal color, the plant bearing fruit that nourishes not just yourself but others around you. Feel gratitude now, not because every outer detail has changed yet, but because the inner soil is fertile and alive with possibility. Hold that gratitude like a candle against the night, a steady flame that illuminates even subtle abundance. The mind might ask, how will this happen? Instead of wrestling with strategies in this sacred space, whisper, I open to guidance in perfect timing. Then let the question float away like a leaf on a gentle stream. Certainty loves ease. It grows in silence, in breath, in the tender awareness that you are already enough and deserve to prosper. Challenge any thought that says otherwise by laying a hand on your heart and stating, I choose calm faith. Feel a warmth grow beneath your palm. That warmth is biology aligning with belief. Keep noticing bodily cues. When the chest expands and the shoulders rest back, congratulate yourself. This is a physical sign of certainty embedding itself. When the stomach softens and the jaw releases, you are proof that prosperity can begin as a sensation long before it appears as currency. Celebrate each cue. These are practical victories, the groundwork of material change. Your body is your compass. pointing toward thoughts that heal and choices that enrich. Close this moment of reflection by taking a long, luxurious breath. Envision gentle light bathing the seed you planted. Picture roots reaching deeper and a tender sprout pushing upward, driven by an inner knowing that growth is inevitable. Hold that image for a heartbeat, then let the exhale carry any lingering tension away. You have met worry with compassion, honored every feeling, and planted certainty in your inner garden. This is the soil where wealth loves to grow. Close the eyes again if they've opened, and let the breath soften once more. We're going to walk gently into a truth that has lived within the body all along. Your thoughts are not only passing clouds, they are currents shaping the very waters of your being. Every word whispered in the mind sends signals throughout the body. Each time you speak of lack, the shoulders tighten, the jaw braces, the breath shortens. Each time you speak of abundance, the chest opens, the spine lengthens, and the hands feel ready to receive. This is the body's wisdom, offering constant feedback to help guide you into better alignment with the truth of who you are. Think for a moment how a thought like, "there's never enough money," feels in your body. Perhaps it curls the stomach inward or draws a line of tension across the forehead. Now try another thought. "Wealth is safe for me." Sit with it. I can allow it to flow. Feel the shift, even if it's small. This isn't magic thinking. It's biology responding to new messages. The nervous system relaxes when it senses that you are no longer fighting against life. Instead, it hears, "We are safe to open." And in that open state, miracles feel welcome. When the body feels safe, the mind becomes clearer. The decisions made in this place tend to invite opportunity. Think of a flower blooming towards sunlight. It doesn't strain or chase. It opens where it stands and trusts the light will find it. Your certainty works the same way. Certainty does not require all answers. It only asks you to stop clutching fear and let the light touch your petals. When we dwell in a state of calm belief, our body sends a signal to the outside world. I am open for good things. That signal is not loud or boastful. It is subtle, like the fragrance of a blossom carried on a breeze. Others sense it. Circumstances align, even the smallest of changes, deciding to pay a bill with gratitude or to bless your current bank balance with kind words. Begin to open space for more. Try it now. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, quietly say within yourself, "I am open to receive." Let that sentence be a soft invitation to life itself. Repeat it 3 times, slowly, gently, not to convince, but to allow. Let the body feel what it's like to truly mean it. You might notice a tingling in the fingertips or a release in the throat. These are not accidents. They are signs that the inner world is changing and the body is responding with its own language of readiness. If tears rise, let them fall. That too is a release, a making of room. You are clearing the soil for something new to root. Now, if you feel ready, picture a specific amount of money, something that feels real and supportive, not overwhelming. See it clearly. Perhaps it's written on a check or reflected on a bank screen. Let the number rest in your mind as if it already belongs to you. No strain, no rush. Just observe it there, like a dear guest who has come to visit and feels welcome in your space. What does it feel like to see that amount as already yours? Let the body answer. Do the shoulders soften? Does the breath deepen? If your body wants to smile, let it. If it stays still, let that be enough. Now imagine using a part of that money, not spending out of need or fear, but choosing from a place of wholeness. Perhaps it supports something meaningful or brings ease to a part of life that's felt heavy. Let yourself experience that moment fully. Let the nervous system taste it, not just the picture, but the feeling. This is how we build certainty, not with forced belief, but with repeated emotional rehearsal. The body learns by feeling, not by thinking alone. So return to this image often, especially in quiet moments, upon waking, before sleep, or during pauses in your day. Picture it, feel it, breathe with it. The repetition creates a groove, a pathway that life can follow to meet you. When the mind starts to wander back to doubt, simply bring it back, not with anger, but with kindness. Like a child who's gotten distracted, gently take its hand and say, "Come back." We were creating something beautiful. There is no punishment here, only patience. This is your inner garden. You get to tend it however you choose. Let's speak a few affirmations now. You may say them softly or simply listen. Let the words wash over you like a warm breeze. I bless all the money I have with love and peace. I am open to receive wealth in ways that feel good and true. My inner calm is my greatest magnet for prosperity. Every breath I take connects me to the abundance of life. Repeat these as often as you like. Say them in the mirror while placing a hand over your heart. Write them in a journal and decorate the page with color or softness. Whisper them while walking, cooking, or resting. These words are not just sentences, they are invitations to a new reality. Certainty deepens with each repetition, not because the words are magic, but because you are. You are the source through which these words gain power. You are the fertile soil in which belief grows roots. Speak kindly, speak often. Let the affirmations become part of your breath. There will be days when doubt comes more strongly. That's okay. On those days, go back to the body. Ask it, what do you need right now? Perhaps it needs stillness, or movement, or touch. Perhaps it needs a reminder that you are safe. Meet that need with gentleness. Certainty does not mean never wobbling. It means returning to center again and again with love. Let your breath be your anchor. Let your body be your compass. Let your words be your seeds. Together, they create the conditions in which wealth feels safe to arrive and stay. Not because you chased it, but because you welcomed it, because you made a home for it inside you first. And that home radiates out like a lighthouse, steady and sure, guiding prosperity right to your shore. There may be moments when thoughts like, "What if it doesn't work?" whisper through the mind. Let's bring compassion to those voices rather than resistance. These questions are not the enemy. They're old habits echoing back from years of conditioning. Perhaps someone once taught that wealth is only for others or that joy must come with guilt. Let those old voices speak without control. Listen softly, and then, with even greater softness, offer them a new possibility. There is another way now. You don't have to shout over fear to grow beyond it. You only need to stop feeding it. Certainty is not a rejection of doubt. It's a choice to place your attention where your power lives. When the inner dialogue spirals into anxiety, gently turn your gaze to something steady. It might be your breath, a tree outside your window, a hand over your heart. In these small, sacred moments, you remind the body what peace feels like. Peace does not need proof. It only needs presence. Begin to treat moments of uncertainty as opportunities to practice returning. Like a musician learning a new song, repetition becomes mastery. Each time you guide your thoughts from fear to trust, you strengthen a new pathway. This is the path of quiet certainty. Not the kind that needs to convince or control, but the kind that breathes deeply and says, I am already on my way. Use gentle questions to shift focus. What if this works? What if life is supporting me in ways I cannot yet see? These are not tricks. They are invitations for the nervous system to open instead of brace. Certainty thrives where there is permission to feel good before there is evidence. When we allow the joy of the outcome to be felt now, we become the living match to it. Try sitting for a moment, placing one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Say quietly, I give myself permission to feel safe in certainty. I allow life to show me what is possible. Repeat until the tension eases. That's all that's ever asked. Not perfection, but practice. Now, let's gently bring in a few daily rituals that help you stay connected to this way of being. These are not chores. These are loving reminders, little anchors you place throughout your day to keep yourself aligned with wealth, ease, and confidence. Start each morning by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Write them down slowly, not in a rush. Let your body feel each one. It could be the softness of your pillow, the warmth of sunlight, or the sound of your breath. Gratitude shifts your nervous system into receptivity. It teaches your body to say yes to more of what feels good. Next, practice blessing your money. Whatever comes in or goes out, offer it a word of kindness. Thank you for flowing through my life. May you bless everyone you touch. Whether paying a bill, tipping someone, or receiving a payment, treat each moment as a sacred exchange. This honors the flow, and what is honored tends to grow. Try a short visualization just before making any financial decision, even a small one. Close your eyes for 30 seconds, breathe into your belly, and ask, does this choice match the person I'm becoming? You may feel a lightness, a warmth, or a clear yes. Or you may feel a tightening, a pause, an invitation to wait. Trust that feeling. It's your body's wisdom guiding you gently forward. Before sleep, place a journal beside the bed and write one small moment from the day that felt aligned with wealth. It could be a free coffee, a kind word, or a peaceful decision. When the body ends the day in remembrance of abundance, it prepares the mind to receive more tomorrow. You might also choose a personal affirmation to whisper throughout the day, like a thread weaving through the hours. Something simple and grounding. I am a safe place for wealth. I walk in calm certainty. Abundance matches my energy now. Say it when brushing your teeth, walking down the street, or waiting in line. These are the quiet spaces where transformation often begins. As you continue, it helps to reflect gently on how certainty feels, not what it looks like, but how it feels inside your being. Perhaps write a few lines in your journal. Where in my body do I feel certain today? What does my energy feel like when I'm trusting instead of worrying? What small choice today showed me I am changing? This is how you begin to live in alignment, not through pressure or performance, but through awareness and small acts of devotion to your well-being. You are not reaching for something far away. You are revealing something already within. The certainty you desire is not built on outer conditions, but on your quiet willingness to return to inner truth again and again. That truth says, I am enough, I am supported, I am open to receive. Let the heart soften as these words settle in. Let the spine rise just a bit taller as confidence begins to grow from within. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the next loving step. You only need to trust that your feet are on solid ground. Hold your life tenderly, and it will begin to hold you back in kind. When you speak to yourself with kindness, life echoes it in return. When you speak to your desires with warmth, they begin to unfold with grace. This is how energy works. It listens. It listens to how you feel. It listens to how you treat yourself, and it responds in perfect rhythm. So breathe deeply now. Feel the quiet presence of life all around you. Feel the possibility humming gently beneath your skin. The universe is not testing you, it is meeting you. The more certain you are within, the more clearly it knows how to deliver. You are not behind, you are not broken. You are awakening to the truth of your power, and as you align with that truth, money flows, not as a rescue, but as a reflection of your inner trust. That's the great miracle of this journey. When you visualize with calm certainty, life brings the form to match your feeling. So go forth with ease. Carry this quiet confidence through your day. Let your presence be your prayer. Let your calm be your magnet. Let your certainty be the signal that tells life, I am ready now. And as you move through your day or rest into the night, repeat these gentle words. I am open to receive. I trust the timing of my good. I walk with peace and prosperity walks with me. You are so loved. You are so worthy. And you are exactly where you need to be to begin again in grace, in peace, and in certainty.